You've heard the headlines, the rumors, the stories, and now you'll hear it from me. I'm here to set the record straight and talk about what really matters. Unfiltered, unapologetic, real. It's time to get things off my chest.
This episode is sponsored by Rooms & More, the most powerful travel platform on the planet. Why pay more for travel when you don't have to? Go to roomsandmore.net, click on Try It Out, and see our prices compared to the major online booking sites. If you like what you see, use promo code OMC for a 50% discount. Off My Chest Sports Show is sponsored by Top Bet Plays. Are you ready to take your sports betting game to the next level? Look no further than Top Bet Plays on Patreon. Right now, you can get the rest of the baseball season and the full football season for over 40% off compared to the regular price of the full football season alone. That's the deal you don't want to miss. At Top Bet Plays, we bring you the best parlays, overs, and unders meticulously analyzed and designed to maximize your win. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or just starting out, our expert picks will give you the edge you need. Join our community today and gain access to exclusive betting insights, weekly picks, and detailed analysis that you won't find anywhere else. Head over to patreon.com/topbetplays and become a member now to start winning big.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Off My Chest. I'm your host, Lucky Larry, with my co-host, Loopy the Blogger.
Hola.
And I got my legendary, and we had an interview early, and the other guy said you were a legend too, so it's official now.
Form bash. There you go.
Yes, okay, I got you. All right. How was everyone's day? Everyone had a good day yesterday? Everyone's cool?
Yeah,
we got a lot to talk about.
Paying bills.
We got a lot to talk about in sports betting, me and you.
Yeah.
Jose, we got a lot of things. In the news of baseball, we want to first off take a moment to give some condolences out there to someone in the baseball community that passed away. We want to rest in peace to Billy Beane. Take a quick second. He was one of the first openly gay players in Major League Baseball, and had to take a lot of courage to come out and do that, especially in a male-dominated sport like baseball. So I want to give a salute to Billy Beane and give our condolences to him and his family. All right. So with that being said, let's jump right into it.
Hey,
and that's a pause. We got to get to this OMC baseball because Dave just ripped me a new one about my comparison for Judge and L.A. De La Cruz.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was just doing it to piss all the Yankee fans off.
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, I still think De La Cruz is the best, but I said, and my thing was, because you guys are over here like loving the Aaron Judge like he's the greatest. But let's get back to our all-baseball team. We want to go to center field, right? And center field is a really tough one because we have...
How's it tough?
Okay. Tell me
Ken Griffey Jr., and that's it.
No Ohtani?
No Ohtani. Nobody's close. Remember, Ohtani still has a lot of years left, but Ken Griffey Jr. has proven himself over a 20-some-odd year career, 630-something auto home runs, high batting average. Unanimous vote into the Hall of Fame, except one voter, just one lunatic voter, didn't vote him in unanimous. To me, that's ridiculous. But no center field in the history of the game, not even close, has done what Ken Griffey Jr. has done. 5'2" player, slugging, home runs, batting average, RBIs, on-base percentage, walks, stolen bases.
How about defense?
Defense, the whole combination. No center fielder even comes close to him. Let's talk about number two. Number one, Ken Griffey Jr. Anyone else, you would have to be crazy. Not even close. And in the PED steroid era, completely clean. Did it with no help whatsoever. So, Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, that's right. You guys can't say anything. That's right.
On you, because I got two people that I think that could,
God and Jesus. That's what he's going to bring up.
I think there's two people that could compete with him for that spot. And although I love Ken Griffey Jr., who do you got? Who's your guy?
Prime time. Deion Sanders.
See,
Hey, that's
man,
a good one though.
Yeah.
You just can't stop with the Yankees.
He
can you?
came out. No, but wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You
That's
know
an
any-
interesting pick.
Yeah, it is, man.
You think Deion
Fucking
Sanders?
guy played a baseball game, went back, played a football
Yeah.
game. Like that guy
That's
was
entertainment. Hey,
I
let me
love
tell you.
Prime. I love you. You my guy.
Shouts to Prime,
Not
man.
even close.
Yeah.
Cut it
No,
out.
let me tell you.
Get
I
outta
like
here.
that, Loopy. I
I
like that.
appreciate that.
Prime time. Wow.
Legendary.
Wow.
cat.
Legendary. Both sports. Entertainer.
Very
Like you said,
entertaining.
flew in from one game to another one. From one, oh my God, helicopter, private plane. Got there. I think he hit a home run one time.
Yeah.
Sold a couple bases. Flew back, played a game, ran back like 100 yards or
Yep.
something like that. Who the hell does that? So let me tell you. Prime time, I like that. That man was very interesting. I like that pick.
Yo, Prime, we going with you, Prime.
I like it.
Y'all bugging. All right, listen. So I don't know how far I can go back to the dinosaur age.
Jesus, here we go to the black and white era. Here
But-
we go to the
Once he
8-track.
Once he Googles, dust comes out.
Yeah, here we go.
What I'm saying
What
is,
type of dinosaur were they
I
riding?
thought
That's all I want to
there
know.
was a guy. I mean, Willie Mays played center field. That was just phenomenal.
And I agree. Phenomenal. Probably number 2, but a far number 2 compared to Ken Griffey.
Let
Jr.
me tell you how.
I agree with that.
Let me tell
far
you
number
how,
2.
Let
far
me tell
number
you
2.
how slow. So at the people at ESPN and Yahoo Sports, because we're going to get to these guys later. Are these guys just completely asinine, or because I just pulled up the ESPN list and Ken Griffey Jr. on their list, not our list, is number 4.
The
Okay.
people that are probably ranking him weren't even born when he was doing what he was doing.
Who? Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Listen,
Whoever's writing that garbage.
I mean,
it's got to be all then pre 20th century, prehistoric, because it's got to be. It can't be of Ken Griffey Jr.'s era or after. Everything has to be prior. So you're talking about in the beginning of baseball, the black and white era.
Mickey Mantle.
No, look at Mickey Mantle's stats. Look, if you do it strictly numbers, strictly stats, Ken Griffey Jr. hands down. Now someone else might have a real sensitive pick, someone they like, someone they met, someone who did a good interview from that era. If you want to go different eras, okay, maybe Mickey Mantle of his era. If you want to go all time, Ken Griffey Jr. hands down.
So let me tell you who they had before him. This isn't me. This is just ESPN's. They had Ty Cobb. I've never seen Ty Cobb. I know who Ty Cobb is, but that is, I'm looking at the photo. It's in black.
I would like to see if he even existed by watching him play one game or two games.
Yeah. So, but
Where's
Mickey
the
Mantle-
video? Show me the evidence.
But
Where's
Mickey
the video?
Mantle's a Yankee. I thought you would like that pick. I mean, I really
I'm
thought.
not into him and Babe Ruth. Those guys are fucking. Those guys were playing when the TV didn't have color.
Listen. Obviously, I really do. I think Ken Griffey is the best.
Can I tell you
center fielder.
something too?
Yeah.
You say that Jeter and Judge, they get all this press because they play for New York. If they played in Seattle, they wouldn't be nobodies. If they play in Houston, they wouldn't be nobodies. But if I can recall, Ken Griffey Jr. played in Seattle. He had sneakers. He had commercials. He had commercials with McDonald's, Nike. He was huge.
Can you imagine him as a Yankee, though?
He was the
I'm
kid.
just saying.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
That's a small market.
Listen.
Seattle's a very small market.
They
Yeah,
did not
but
have a
he
choice.
was viral.
He was so good. They didn't have a choice with him.
Exactly.
So
They
same
didn't
thing
have
can
a
happen
choice
with
with
Ellie,
him.
too.
I don't
Yeah.
listen. I just listen. I know everyone loves Judge, but I don't think Judge. Listen, the home runs are great. They're nice. I like an all-around ball player, man.
Yo, you're a West Coast guy, bro. I watch Yankee games. He does it all.
Listen,
Plays defense.
I don't care.
Hits for
I'm
average.
a
Hits
better.
singles. Hits doubles. Hits triples. Like he's a very on point hitter. Very on point, man. That's not the same Judge from 2-3 years ago that was swinging on bullshit and striking out.
Let me be clear with you.
Draw walks.
I like to bet teams that win me money. I am considered a professional bettor. I've been betting since I was 16. I have done nothing but amass 2 multi-million-dollar companies because of sports betting and taking that money and flipping. That's documented. G5 Cultivation, multi-million-dollar company.
Talk about it.
Right. I've done nothing but buy homes in my community cash from betting sports.
What
So when
the
I say
fuck
that,
does that have to do with
I
Aaron
don't
Judge?
care about West Coast and East Coast. I look at players.
You're
on
losing me.
teams.
You're losing me.
I look at players on teams. Is what I'm saying. When you say East Coast, West Coast, I don't care what coast I'm on. I don't think Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball. I would take Mookie Betts over if you had to give me the
Fuck
first
out of
place?
here. Dude's a roach compared to Judge.
Oh
bro.
my God! You guys just look at home runs. That's it.
No, we don't.
It's
'cause
more
Mookie
than that.
Betts hits home runs. He hits for
Nah,
average.
you
He
guys
does his
are bugging.
thing.
You guys
He's
are
not
bugging,
Aaron
man.
Judge.
All right,
though.
let me ask you a question right now.
He's not no Aaron Judge.
Who's got the highest batting average? Mookie Betts or Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge.
Well, he's out. Mookie Betts is out.
Don't matter. Even before that, on base percentage, slugging,
Aaron
walks,
Judge leads the majors
home
in
runs,
everything.
RBIs. He leads the majors in every category.
No, he doesn't. You guys are full of shit.
Bobby Witt Jr.
He
got
d-
a better batting average than him.
He,
He's hitting
okay,
that-
but
that's
he's
what-
top-
that's-
he's
he
top-
doesn't lead the
top- top three.
and he doesn't
Top
have the
three.
most steals. De La Cruz has the most steals, so he doesn't lead in every
they don't let
category.
Aaron Judge
That's
run.
my point.
Do you remember that Aaron Judge was drafted as a basketball player and a football player? The man can fly. The man can run.
I know-
They're restricting him from running. I guarantee
I'm
you.
over this Aaron Judge shit, though.
Exactly. Next, because
Over, it's over.
Listen.
he's the best right now.
I don't wanna hear
Aaron
them
Judge, you're the
restricting him
man,
anymore.
the
You-
god
you
of
got-
baseball. Don't let
listen.
anybody tell you anything else.
You guys can stop Aaron Judge. I don't bring him up. You guys love him.
Nah, you're the one bringing him
you
up.
love him, Loopy. Loopy, let
West
me ask you a
Coast-
question. Let me ask you a
West
question.
Coast
Let me ask you.
liar.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you have an ankle monitor that you can't like any team past New York? I just want to know because I feel like you're on probation by the New York Yankees. They won't let you like anything else. Because I know you're a Yankee. You're a fan. You're a super fan.
No,
I get
yeah,
it.
no, yeah,
But
but
you gotta
I-
like some of the other
No, of
players,
course,
man.
of
Come
course,
on,
of course.
Come
I do.
on, bro.
I fuck with Ohtani. I fuck with Mookie.
You guys say that, then you guys say Ohtani's the best player of all around. Now you won't even give him center field.
Nah, man, because we
Not
talking
right now.
about we talking about
Not right now?
We
He's
Not
gotta
right
prove
now.
it?
Right
Yeah,
now,
not
right now, the best
Nah,
player.
you
Not
guys are
right, but he
bugging.
could be that
Definitely
next
could
year.
be. Definitely
he
could
could
be.
be that one. He's pitching again.
Okay,
Absolutely.
let's go to the right field. Best right field of all time. Because we didn't finish this one. Because now you guys got a real problem on you. Who's the best right fielder?
Yes. No, we have. Well, right fielder with the most home runs was Reggie Jackson.
How many
he-
he finished with? Like
500. Reggie, 5 something, 540,
Sound.
550. So he was. But here's the thing: no one sticks out because first of all, Reggie was not a good defensive right fielder. Reggie was not a good defensive player, but I know he was the right fielder with the most home runs, slugging. I don't see anyone else that we can.
No? Tony Gwynn? I mean, come on. Tony Gwynn?
Okay, Tony Gwynn.
You could definitely throw
So
Tony
their
Gwynn in there.
their defense was about average. Both of them, they both had average arms. Tony Gwynn had a way higher batting average on base percentage,
Yeah,
RBIs,
absolutely. He
than
was smoking
Reggie
shit.
Jackson. So so they're close. They're compatibles. They're comparables.
We could ask
in
Instagram.
different genres, but they're close. So yeah, okay. Tony Gwynn.
How about
Reggie Jackson.
Ichiro?
Well, Ichiro.
That was my pick.
And
Yeah.
he didn't even play in the league the full time, right?
It would be Ichiro easily.
If he played the full.
Absolutely.
His whole
easily.
career, absolutely.
It will be Ichiro.
To be honest, it kind of broke my heart me seeing him break the 3,000 hits with the.
What do you mean? They gave him the hits that he had in Japan. They brought his hits over
wow.
just to mess around with Pete Rose and give him the hit he had in Japan, combined with the hits he had in the United States and
So-
Major League Baseball to beat Pete Rose's all-time hits. That's ridiculous. That's brutal.
So they just
hypocritical.
now so they combined those before
Yes.
they combined the black players statistics. they combined the Japanese guy first before the blacks.
Dude,
from the Negro
wait
League
a
back in
minute.
the days?
Why don't you combine? Wait a minute.
That's a great point.
If you're, that doesn't make sense.
That's
if you're going to combine
crazy.
Ichiro's home runs from Japan, combine them with the United States home runs, Major League Baseball. What about my independent baseball home runs? What about my softball home runs? What about my high school home runs? Put them all in there. It's about 4,000. The softball count, goddammit, put them all in there.
You be stretching that dough,
Yo.
boy. You be
God
stretching that dough.
damn.
But that's some bullshit though. How they
That's
were quick
that's
to
horrible.
put his stuff together, but the Negro League just got in.
Yeah,
That's a
horrible.
really
That's some bullshit.
That's an actually really great
I
point.
felt bullshit just off. I'm like, what?
Welcome
Hold
to
on,
the
they did what?
hypocrisy of Major League Baseball, people.
So now that begs us now see that leads me to another question. Should the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers get his perfect game?
Absolutely.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well go ahead and
Absolutely.
do that.
We spoke
Absolutely.
about that. And we was
Absolutely.
with him.
Yeah, I listen. If you're letting Ichiro get that,
Cabrera,
Then-
absolutely, 100%.
But then listen, I'm going to throw another name out there for you guys. You're telling me Vlad Guerrero shouldn't be there
Oh,
either?
absolutely.
I mean, so like, which one
we
we
gotta
picking?
have some fun. We gotta have
What do you
some
mean,
fun
which
with
one we
social
picking?
media.
I mean, I'm going down the
Right
list,
field is
man.
a little more open, but Ichiro has the advantage. But it's a little more open
Easily,
than center
easily.
field. But Ichiro, I think, has a big advantage. Even though he wasn't a power hitter, sometimes you side with kind of like the power hitter. But Ichiro, wow, that man can steal bases. Incredible arm, incredible defense.
He had a rocket.
And hit over 3,000 base hits. But they combine his league's stats in Japan, his hits there, with the U.S. stats here, and bypassed Pete Rose, which is, to me was disgusting.
So-
what
so-
Major League Baseball did, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
So we can't add Sammy Sosa to that either?
No, absolutely.
I mean, I'm just trying to throw some names out there.
When Sammy was juice off the loose, he had the world in shambles. You hear me? Like people were stopping on Fordham Road, just watching him and Mark McGuire go at it.
Hey,
Like, they stopped time, yo.
I'm trying to keep it clean, the PED era out, but if you want to bring in that, yeah, Sammy.
Why not? If they
So
bring
I'm
Ichiro,
trying to pick people that were not on PEDs.
Yeah, no, you gotta bring them all
But
in,
I
man.
guess if you want to, it's all or none, right? Major
Yeah,
League
all or
Baseball,
none.
all or none.
The truth teller.
So Sammy Sosa comes in and dominates. Wow, Sammy. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? How many hits exactly did they allow Ichiro to come into the MLB with?
Well, all the hits he had in Japan, they brought him over.
What was that, like 15, 2000?
I guess, and just blended him in with all the hits in the States
That's some
in Major League
bullshit.
Baseball, which bypassed Pete Rose easily.
So he had over 4,000 hits? Ichiro?
Yeah, close to 5,000 hits. It was a crazy number, and I can't believe that Major League Baseball, again, the hypocrisy, the stupidity, the ignorance, the childishness, the lack of common sense, Major League Baseball, let that happen. That is a joke. That goes to show you, they do whatever they want. They control whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. They internalize everything and come out with what? Garbage.
So I'm going to throw one last name out there because I think he.
I love these names, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna throw-
Sammy. Now Sammy.
Well, there's
Sammy
two,
comes
there's
to
two
the top.
guys
Sammy
that
comes
come
to
to
the top.
mind. There's two guys that come to mind. The one I'm going to throw out next is going to be like, but he was a great player. Is Strawberry? Daryl Strawberry?
He doesn't qualify
He doesn't
in
qualify?
any category.
All right, well then how about this? I'm going to throw one more at you. How about Larry Walker?
He
Hall of
doesn't-
Famer, right? Hall of Famer?
He doesn't really qualify in any category. He doesn't stand out in any category.
Why? Is because he played in Colorado?
Well, here's the funny part about it.
That don't help it.
No, but wait. No, but listen to
Why?
this.
Because I can show you some stats about Colorado that says
You're right.
that ball wasn't going as far as they thought it was going to go.
Yeah, the winds is crazy over there.
Well,
Yeah, but here's the funny part about it. If you're going to deduct batting average, slugging percentage, home runs, RBI, because they're thinner in Colorado, then why don't you add on something for the individuals who played in the Oakland A's stadium that the ball went nowhere? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like they say, Mark McGuire hit 49 home runs when the ball went nowhere in the 87 season. Ball went nowhere there. Biggest foul territory. He hit 49. Why don't they give him an increment in home runs like they want to deduce other players' stats because they played in Colorado? You see what Major League Baseball does? They're hypocrites. They control everything. They do what they want. They manipulate to make it seem like, oh, we're the greatest sport in the world, which they're not. They want to deduct stuff. If you play in Colorado, yes. They were talking about, the Hall of Fame, this and that. Oh, he played in Colorado, so he would have never hit so many home runs. Yeah, that's Major League Baseball for you.
Yeah, but Ichiro could come through from Japan with 2,000 hits already.
It's bizarre.
That's
It doesn't
bullshit.
make any sense. You just look at it for what it is. It's bizarre.
Well, listen. So we had this debate, Loopy and I, because we're in the sports book and we're going through. We saw the White Sox fired their manager, and the first thing we talked about, we was like, well, maybe Jose could get that job.
Shit, they hired Sizemore. I think
Grady
Sizemore.
Sizemore.
I played against him back then. Good
Great-
guy.
great-
Don't know.
good guy, good
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
good
Don't
guy.
know him that
Solid.
well, but Jesus Christ,
Baseball guy. Baseball IQ.
He's probably in there as kind of an interim. For,
He is.
Well, he's
That's
an
what
interim
for
guy.
a short period of time. Yeah, he does till they hire a manager that's got some staying power, obviously, and they had to get rid of the manager they had now. They had to make some type of move, and I kind of said so. But Major League Baseball, hire me. I'll stir shit up. The media would just concentrate on me and my steroids and the way I look at 60, with 20-inch arms to try to figure out if I'm a robot or not, or some kind of android. And then the players, the media will not focus on them. They'll have fun, win, lose, or draw. We'll have a great time. But at least it'll be entertaining. I could do no worse than 21-0. I mean, that's ridiculous. Lose 21 games in a row. I could do no worse than that. So next time when Sizemore's kicked out, consider Jose Canseco for manager.
And Grady
It'll be
Sizemore, in his defense, I say let him finish out this year and let him start next year.
Absolutely.
Let him start next year. Give him a fair shot. Because the dude is legit, man. I fuck with Grady.
Yeah,
as
but
a player.
that's not going to happen. They
You don't
have
think
to
so?
they got to make a move. They have to hire a manager that's got a lot of experience, who knows how to handle an organization, a team, the chemistry, and get them out of that funk. They need someone new coming spring training.
They
for
had
sure.
your boy from the A's back in the days. What's his name again?
Tony La Russa?
Yeah, Tony La Russa. He
Yeah.
couldn't even do it.
Well, Tony's 80-something years old. I mean,
I felt bad for him when he was going out there to argue with the
oh my, he
umpire.
looked like a little old man who needed a cane.
yeah.
Poor guys.
He looked like he would have.
Come on, he's just too old.
Yeah,
he had his great days.
it was
Tony
over. It was
Tony
over.
was an incredible manager.
He was forcing
exceptional
it.
manager. I mean, knew how to handle his players, the chemistry, the whole combination. Great guy, a perfectionist out there. But everyone's time comes to a point where just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's really what's going
It's a
on.
young man's game.
It's a young man's
Was
game.
La Russa one of your favorite managers of all time?
La Russa was the most prepared, intelligent, knew how to put chemistry together, knew how to have different characters work together. The man was a genius.
So
The problem is he was too much into the game. It was almost like it consumed him. It seemed that
Yeah.
way. And he had no sense of humor, poor guy. I think he was too consumed in the world of just winning is everything. And winning was everything back then to the Oakland A's.
Did you think so? You don't think a guy like a Grady Sizemore could end up being like a Dusty Baker, right? Former player turned manager.
They would have to give him an incredible opportunity and stick with him. Maybe make sure he has a 2-year guaranteed deal.
Mm-hmm.
That would have to happen because it usually doesn't happen that way. Usually they clean house. They bring in a manager. He finishes off the actual season. Then they evaluate who's on the market. Who can we hire as a managerial in the managerial position? Who's got the expertise, has gone through this before, who's got a winning record, who knows how to handle a combination of players. That's what's probably going to happen. They're not just going to drop anyone in the fire and say, go ahead, take care of it.
Yeah, good
That's not
luck.
the way it works.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question, hypothetically. From this point on, Grady takes over the team. They won a game the other night, finally, right? And let's say he starts cooking.
Yeah, but that wasn't under him. They lost the next day.
Okay, so let's just hypothetically say they start cooking.
Okay.
The rest of the year, and they turn this thing around. The players he starts getting these guys to start to play a little bit. Do they give him a chance?
If, and that's a big if. The problem is, what experience does Sizemore have managing a team? Zero. What team has he managed before? In any level? Zero. Well,
He's been on the bench, right?
Basically, someone's got him by his hand. He's got a secretary telling him what to do. He's got somebody who knows everything a manager should say and do, put him in the right position. He has no managerial experience whatsoever. He's just a face, a change. I'm sure even Sizemore realizes, I'm here on a temporary basis because they had to get rid of so-and-so and change something up, move pieces around to make everything look different. So he realized that. He's there on a temporary basis. Yeah, maybe if they win 15 out of 20 games, maybe, but that's a big if right now.
Are
That's huge
you a
if.
Raiders fan?
No.
No? Well, last year they had a coach they got rid of, and they let the new coach come in, and he turned the team around. He had no coaching experience as far as NFL head coaching experience.
players
So
backed him.
I'm going to take that theory and I'm going to shoot that in the trash and say, Jose, sometimes you might have a hidden gem sitting there with you. And
It could happen. It could happen, but it's a big if. The team would have to completely turn around. They
I
need
could
to
see it
change some
happening, too.
pieces.
Chicago needs it.
It could happen, but
I'm rooting for Grady
rare.
Sizemore. I'm rooting for him. He was a great
Yo,
player.
Grady
I like him.
Sizemore, we rooting for you.
We rooting
Jose's
for you,
hating.
man.
Jose's hating, yo. Grady, I ain't
Jose the hater.
motherfucker.
Jose the hater.
Grady,
dropped the location.
Grady,
Come through.
if you can win the next 15 out of 24 games,
Nah,
I'll
that's
start
too-
rooting for you.
Come on,
that's very difficult to do.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
All right,
tough.
we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, what if I told you that you could own your own travel platform and it would beat the rates of all of the major online booking engines? Your own portal that allows you to save money on your travel, and you can book for others and pocket the difference since your rate will beat the online big names. The best part is that your site has the exact same inventory that they do. Go to roomsandmore.net and use promo code TRAVEL4LESS to receive 50% off.
Welcome back to Off My Chest with Jose Canseco and Loopy the Blogger. Listen,
What's
me
poppin'?
and Loopy have these arguments at the sports book because he says off the wall shit when we're there. And he fucking tries to get at me, right? He tries to, yo, B, right? He tells me the New York thing. And I'm
Been
just
on that
chilling.
guy.
I'm just sitting there. So we go to this thing. So today we have this big argument at the sports book, and he's telling me that the American League makes the National League has nothing.
Nothing.
So we had a big debate. So this is what we're gonna do to settle this debate. We're going to give our top 4 teams from the American League. You'll give yours American League. I'll give mine for the National League. And we'll let him decide who might be the better team or has the better division of what's going on. Is that fair? Do you want to say that's fair? Is that fair? You can be the deciding judge.
Fair enough.
I could get 4 teams from the American League that I know that'll mop the NL.
So give me your 4th team in the American
All right,
League.
so I'm going Yankees.
No, your 4th one. I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, and then your best one is your last one.
Worst to best.
All right, so I'll go right now. Minnesota, they're fucking rolling, hitting the ball, scoring the team.
What's their
total
record?
over.
Because
They're 63 and 50.
Yeah, and they started off slow, Papa. I've been watching
They're 63
baseball
and 50.
since the first game of the year.
they are deceptive, though. Yeah.
Yo,
they're
and
coming on.
They're killing shit.
That's
they're killing
true.
the baseball.
What have they
Scoring
been doing
runs,
that's different? I wonder. Go ahead.
Hitting
yeah.
the long ball, getting on base. You look, drawing walks, then just people are moving them over, hitting the long ball, whether it's doubles, triples, singles. They're scoring, man.
They've been doing something right.
In the sports book, their team total has been a lock. Free cheese.
They're kind of like a quiet team,
Yeah.
quiet storm. Slowly been creeping up on people.
Absolutely.
Correct. Okay.
Talk about
what else
it.
You got?
Okay, so I'm gonna go in my top 4. I'm gonna go ahead and say, no, okay, I'm gonna let you
And
go.
you're talking about National League, right?
National League. I'm gonna go ahead and say, in my National League, 'cause I was gonna make a point to you about the American League because I just thought I saw the Twins. The Twins and Cubs just played. If you want to go, if I'm being a prick, I can just say the Cubs just spanked the Twins and won the series.
Look at
they just lost 2 in a row.
games before that.
I know
though.
that. I'm just saying if I want to be
Yeah,
a
if
prick,
you really
say-
wanna get technical.
you said that they can beat everybody in the. You
They've
said
been
the Twins.
mopping motherfuckers, brother.
So let me go. Let me go ahead and go.
I could give you my 3 teams right now.
Okay, go ahead and give me.
All
give
right.
me your,
And I'm gonna keep it basic.
okay.
Give me Cleveland, give me the Orioles, and give me the Yankees.
Okay.
Who's your number 1?
Yankees, puppy.
I agree.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, okay.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Hey, yo, Cuba.
Aaron Judge, I'm with you.
Let's go. Chaz hit another home run.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
You know what I mean? Kid's cooking.
The kid comes out of nowhere and
We got our asses
dropped
kicked
some
last night, though, by the Angels. We
Yeah,
lost
but-
that series to the Angels.
it's gonna
We gave up about
That's gonna happen, though.
20, 25 runs to them.
Man.
No. Altogether.
What? Come on.
Yeah, around 25 runs that series. Rondon, they rocked him last night to sleep like a baby. Wow. Baby Nesta. Wow. Bendito.
See, for me, I get a little frustrated because I look at teams like in the NL, I look at the Phillies who have 68 wins like the Yankees and Baltimore and been playing ball. Now listen, they've been on the road, so they've been a little tired and they lost a couple of games. They're back on the 2-game winning streak. I can look at a team like the Milwaukee Brewers that nobody pays attention to that are playing
that's
okay.
a small market. Nobody pays attention to.
Exactly.
They can have a big-time winning
I look
record.
at the New
Nobody will
York
care.
Mets. I look at the New York
Yeah.
Mets. But then I go to one of the best and always toughest divisions in baseball, the NL West, and I look at the Dodgers. I look at the San Diego Padres, who are crushing it right now. I look at the everlasting Arizona Diamondbacks. So if I had to give you my 4 would be, right now, would be the Phillies as the number 1 team in baseball,
You
period.
starting off backwards.
Okay, well, I'll
Let's
go
start at
backwards.
4.
Okay, I'll go the Padres as my number 4 and my sleeper
Over the
team.
Brewers?
I think the Brewers have a really good team, and I think they're going to make some noise quietly and get there and do their thing.
Well, if they haven't made it by now, they're not going to do anything.
Well, I think they
You
are
gotta look at
making. They've
teams that
won
are at least
65
10 games
games.
over 5.
Swept the
Okay.
Braves.
They've won 65
Okay,
games. They've
okay.
won 3 games in a row. People aren't paying attention to this team. Just like, see, I like the Brewers just like I like my women.
Cold.
I like them just quiet and out the way.
That smell like elk.
I don't need a loudmouth. I don't need a loudmouth chick that wants all the attention. I like my women just like that, quiet.
That no
and out
part
the
of her
way.
body sticks out.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's
No
perfect.
part you can say, oh
I
my
like-
God, that's
I like it when
amazing.
she's
Like the
covered up.
Yankees have Judge and Soto, amazing.
Listen,
Right, okay.
Just
so
go to
now,
side- go to-
so now, you got to put the Dodgers in there, Poppy.
You have to.
Huh?
Absolutely.
And the number 1 is the Phillies.
No, but you said 4.
So,
You didn't give us a 3.
so the Padres,
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
the Milwaukee Brewers,
Oh, okay.
the Dodgers,
Sheesh.
and the Phillies.
Sheesh.
That's my final 4 against your final 4.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You can do the tiebreaker. I already know where you're going.
I would say interesting. I think when it's all said and done, I think the Dodgers will be there. And I think Ohtani's going to come back. He's going to pitch 100%. I know they're getting him ready. They need his arm. And I think the Yankees, I'll say it, the Yankees need at least, they're 2 pieces away from dominating completely, going to the playoffs, winning the World Series. If they don't get these 2 pieces they need, like I said, 1 starting pitcher, and they need a high on-base player, someone who can get on base, steal bases, create havoc, fundamentally sound, play some good defense. He doesn't have to hit home runs. Just be a high average, high on base guy. If they can get these 2 pieces that they need, they're going to win it all. If they don't, it's going to be a coin toss. Then you have to look to see if Soto or Judge or Chaz or any of those guys gets hurt, it's going to be over for them. One of their pitching staff, one of their starters go down, it's over for them. So Phillies, very interesting team. They're explosive. I'll tell you what, right now the Phillies are a better team, I believe, than the Yankees with what they've got right now. And that's a slight, that's a little bit. But if the Yankees can add on those 2 players I'm talking about, they're going to take it all.
I'll tell you what. When it comes to these games, these Philly fans, they go at it, man. They bring so much energy to the Phillies, man. I just feel like the Phillies. I feel like my man Bryce Harper he's not playing up to par like he normally does. I was going to ask you.
He's a streaky hitter, though.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a very streaky hitter. He's a streaky hitter. Bryce will go maybe 2 for 30. And all of a sudden, the kid will go 15 for 25 with 9 home runs.
Yeah.
That's just the way he hits. Power hitters are streaky hitters. All of a sudden, he catches fire. He takes advantage of the weaker team, the weaker pitcher, and boom, he's at it again. Again, good pitching stops good hitting, but there's not too much of great pitching in either league right now. So these power hitters usually feed off your 3, 4, 5 starters in the lineup, and then they catch fire. The Phillies, very sneaky. The Dodgers have a lot of firepower. The Yankees, I think they're 2 players away from winning it all.
Hold up.
Okay, here we go.
Because you're a West Coast hater. I just want Instagram.
West Coast.
Yo, YouTube, everybody cook him.
West
cook
Coast.
him, right? Because you said all that bullshit. San Diego. That sounds like you're a big fan of San Diego.
I like San
The
Diego. I
Brewers.
love it.
Bro, the Mets are probably like the hottest team in baseball in the NL. How you gonna forget about the Mets, Papa?
Listen.
The Mets been killing shit, bro.
Do they
I
have
think-
sustainability, though?
Absolutely.
That's another problem.
The Mets
Yeah.
been hot, man. Great pitching, great bullpen, great defense. Mets are cooking, man. Francisco Lindor. You get Flowers,
Yeah,
Pete
he's been-
Alonso.
he's been
You
killing
get
it.
Flowers, Brian Nimmo, the third baseman, the catcher, all those Spanish guys that I don't know your name. The Mets have been cooking. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grimace as well.
Listen. I could have said the same thing for you in the AL. I could have said Seattle was the team. Seattle picked up some great players.
Yeah.
I could say the same thing, but we
Nah.
can only do 4.
Yeah, nah,
and I'm
but-
giving you
no,
my
but
top
listen,
4.
Seattle started off like shit, and they still playing like shit. They still averaging the lowest points per game. You know what I mean? Average run scored.
Seattle has
so-
really good pitching, my
Yeah,
man.
they do. Yeah, what? Even
Hard to
But you
win
still
in that
got
ballpark.
to score runs.
Yeah, you still
Still
got to
gotta
score.
score
And,
runs.
And listen.
even if their good pitcher give
Yeah.
up 1 run, Bro, they'll lose the game 1-0.
You guys-
And look, they got some help in the trade deadline. Let's see if they put them numbers up. Because I see one game that they started against Philly, they won 8-0.
Listen.
Next game they lost, and then they've been taking their L's.
All of that stuff changes in the playoffs.
If they make it,
Everything changes in the playoffs.
this is not Ken Griffey. This is not Alex Rodriguez. This
Those
is not
booty
Jeff
holes
Bagwell.
get this tight in the playoffs. No homo pause. They get this tight when those lights come on in the postseason.
Yeah.
The whole game changes. Those home runs start. They don't home run like they used to in the regular season. These guys are pitching around Aaron Judge. They're not going to be giving him. Hey, right now we watched the game. I'm like, why is he pitching Aaron Judge? And as soon as I said that, bang, he hits a home run. I'm like, he had no business pitching to this guy.
Should've been
They're
a coach.
not going to do that in the playoffs. He's going to get on first base. They're going to tell the rest of those guys that you a month and a half when we first started this podcast, you said those guys were bums and they were horrible.
No, they were on a losing streak. I was pissed off. I was talking as a casual fan. But let me tell you something. Don't get it twisted, Papa. Yankee batters draw walks. So you can walk Aaron Judge all you want, but you're just going to be loading them bases up, and one goon
All I'm
will bring
saying
them in.
is it's different ball game.
One goon will bring them in.
That pitching-
Loopy been cooking.
That pitching-
Osvaldo been cooking. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep, man.
Pitching wins championship. I don't care.
There's one thing that they can do. If you start walking Aaron Judge, I would tell him to steal bases. He definitely has the speed. The man can run.
I've seen him. I've seen him steal bases.
When I was playing, they walked me 3 or 4 times, and I'll be like, really? I'm going to steal second and third. That's what I do to counteract them walking me. You steal bases. He's got the ability. He's got the speed. If you start walking the man, I would turn it into a double for him. I start stealing bases. He can do it. That's going to make them think twice.
You think that they're going to start? If he hasn't done it all year, why are they going to start now?
Well, because if you're in a playoff situation, a World Series situation where you need to win,
Yeah.
absolutely take
You
advantage
think they're
of it.
going to risk him going down to
All
second?
hands on deck. All hands on
I don't
deck.
see. I don't see him. I mean, I can see in the World Series if they make that.
Right.
But in the first round of the playoff, it's not happening.
It'll
They're-
just be one tool that they have that they can use.
They can use.
Definitely use it.
But I don't think they'll do it. I think they're going to rely on the big home runs like they do, the big Superman mentality.
Yo, bro,
and it doesn't work
Volpe's
there.
not hitting home runs every game.
You need
Volpe
that.
is like Ali. He's getting a single, turning that shit into a double, then a triple. Like, stop sleeping, man.
Yeah, no,
You watching
feel
too much
like
West Coast baseball. You need to tune into the East Coast,
bro.
man.
Listen, I love the East Coast. I think the Royals are a great team. I like to watch the Royals. Listen,
Bro, the Royals start at 8:10, Papa.
I like-
Yankees start at 6:40.
I like
they
to watch-
fucking Midwest. Come on, bro.
Listen, I like to watch the Royals more than I like to watch the Yankees. To be honest with you.
You live in Vegas, of course.
Why?
You do.
Why?
Why?
I love the catcher. I think the catcher is the best catcher in baseball right now.
Perez?
If you come on, dispute it with me. Let's go.
So
I'm
why-
waiting.
why is-
I love Bobby Witt Jr.
Why is
I think
that-
they got a
okay,
good young team.
Bobby Witt
They're
is good,
exciting.
too.
They
Gunnar
put up
Gunnar
runs.
Henderson is good too.
Yeah, listen,
Don't leave
listen.
him out of it.
I would rather watch Baltimore. I would rather watch a Baltimore game than a Yankee game. Baltimore, they're exciting. Their fans are going crazy.
There's no
They're
better
pouring
show
beer.
than Judge and Soto. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
man. So
There's no
basically the
better
Yankees
show.
are not
Oh,
excited.
man.
Wow.
No
Oh,
other
man.
two players
Yo, que
can
triste.
entertain the way these guys entertain.
What?
You have got to be
Triste.
kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
Because they hit
God,
bombs,
please
because
help
they hit
him.
home runs.
They do it all. Batting average,
Man,
home
listen.
run, presence,
Hey,
intimidate pitchers.
Baltimore.
Oh,
when
they
you
do
guys
it all.
play the Yankees, man, I'm rooting for you guys so much now. You have no idea. Man, Baltimore State, man, Camden Yards is the best. They throw a party after home runs now. You don't get that in Yankee Stadium. Come on.
What are you talking about? People throw beer at each other when the Yankees hit
I
home runs.
know, that's
you
crazy.
gotta
They throw
relax.
body parts
at
each other.
And
Yankee
even
Stadium.
Been to the
even
Yankee
kids
games.
is licking beer in the
Listen.
air. They wilding in the stadium.
Listen.
It's a ritual.
I don't
When I was
know.
there, they threw blow-up dolls to the Yankee Stadium.
They don't
Corn,
care, yeah.
empty Jack Daniel bottles.
They don't care. They
Body
don't-
parts.
yeah.
They don't give a
Listen,
shit. They throw
I don't
anything to hit
listen,
you.
The only people that I think that were worse than Yankee fans, maybe some Philadelphia Eagle fans and Oakland Raiders fans.
And don't sleep on the Phillies fans. They
Oh, no,
told my
no,
mom
listen.
her IQ was terrible one time. Like, they got at my mom. She
Listen,
went to
I-
support the Mets.
I watched an Oakland Raider game where they poured beer on an entire family, a family of a husband and a wife and their two 10-year-old kids, and they just poured beer on them both. So I understand. Listen,
No, but we're not throwing, Yankee fans are not throwing beer on people. We're having beer showers when they hit a home run. We love our fans. We're not stunting on nobody.
listen. I like the Yankees too, but you guys just go a little overboard. You have 8 million people in you, 8 million people plus all the rats. I mean,
Rats ain't buying no
you
tickets.
gotta have
Hey,
that. I have friends
the
that
rats-
move. Listen,
the rats
before
ain't
you
buying
get
no
on me,
tickets.
before
Let
you
me
get
tell you
on me.
something.
Oh, there's a possum or two in that stadium. I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw one
Let
in
me tell
Dodger
you something.
Stadium.
I seen some when I played for New York, and I seen some rats at night. I'm not kidding you. This big,
Yeah.
this big. These rats were traveling from like one street to the other one. You'd think they were small dogs or something.
Yeah, they look like fucking baby cats.
I mean, literally, they're this big, and I'm like, "What the hell? No, us goddamn
those
rats!"
are the ones. Those are the ones. The people that own the Chinese food stores be hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah, they be
All
spearing
these-
them,
be eating them
turning them into
fuckers.
fried chicken.
They saw you going, Jose, get a shot.
They're like, Jose, let me get a picture with you, man. Come on, ho. I know Splinter. I'm gonna tell the Ninja Turtles you said what up.
Listen,
They be hanging around me, that's why
listen,
they're
I
so
like
big.
the Yankee fans. Like I said, I had a great time. The experience there was great. I think Boston fans are great. Besides calling people the N-word in Boston, I think they're great. You know what I'm saying? I mean, other than that, I think
You
they're
better
great.
perform and hit if
Yeah,
you're with
yeah.
that team, because if you don't, they're gonna call you all kind of words.
What, in Yankees?
Oh, they got a double standard. They're like you wouldn't believe. You
Yeah,
better
no,
you better hit. You better play well.
I got you. Now listen, let's go over to now we're talking about the teams in this, and ESPN and Yahoo came out with the power rankings for Major League Baseball, and ESPN has one and Yahoo has another, and I know no one's ever going to really agree with anything, but let me just run it down real quick what ESPN has, and I want to see if you guys agree with this or not. ESPN has the Atlanta Braves at number 10, Arizona Diamondbacks at number 9, San Diego Padres at number 8, the Minnesota Twins at number 7, Milwaukee Brewers at number 6, the Los Angeles Dodgers at number 5, the Cleveland Guardians at number 4, the Philadelphia Phillies at number 3, Baltimore Orioles number 2, and the Yankees at number 1.
I'm gonna say this: ESPN fucked up because ain't no way that the Braves is top 10. The Mets are on fire. The Mets could have easily been 10 or 9 or 8. The Mets been cooking, man. Every time I watch
agree.
Brave games, I fall asleep. They just got swept by the Brewers.
Are they hurting though? Is it because of injuries? A lot of
That's
injuries?
not my problem.
I understand.
We can say that shit about everybody.
But that is good. See, I thought I would have put Kansas City in there before at 10 over the Braves. to
That's
be
what I
honest with
said.
you.
How is New York number 1 on ESPN and number 4 in Yahoo? 4 to 5, that's almost like mediocre teams.
Yeah.
And on ESPN has some top number 1. That doesn't make any sense at all.
So let me run down the Yahoo.
What's their criteria? What are they basing it on?
Let me run down the Yahoo. So Yahoo agrees with ESPN. Atlanta's number 10. They have Milwaukee number 9. The Padres, they both agree.
Those
at
are
number
interchangeable.
8.
Okay,
The
they're close.
Royals, which I agree should be in there, number 7. The Twins, which
6.
Is number 6. The Guardians at 5. Yankees at 4. Dodgers at 3. Baltimore number 2. And the Phillies number 1.
It's from the 5th position up that I'm having problems with. I mean, from 6 on down, they're kind of interchangeable. I agree with them.
I agree with that.
But 1 through 5, ESPN and Yahoo, no. How does Yahoo have the Yankees number 4 and ESPN have the Yankees number 1? Okay, Baltimore, I think the Philadelphia should be ahead of Baltimore, and then the Philadelphia should be on Yahoo number 3. I mean, let me ask you something. When they say MLB Power Rankings, define what they mean by power rankings. What exactly is the criteria?
I believe these guys are talking about, and I don't quote me on this, but I think they're saying position right now, these were the playoffs. These were the teams that would probably make it or be in there, or these are the best teams that they feel should be there. I don't know what the position is. I mean, I don't know if they're just – I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't
how they get
understand.
there.
Right. I don't – because there's no right definition to say this is the criteria where you could put the Yankees on number 1 position on ESPN and then the Yankees on number 4 position on Yahoo. I want to know what the
To be
criteria is.
honest,
How are they judging this?
It doesn't even bother me because ESPN got Yankees at 1. I could easily see the Yankees at 4 because the Dodgers are good, Baltimore's good, and Philly's good.
Not ahead of Baltimore. I'm sorry. No.
Well, I don't think Cleveland should be ahead of anybody when it comes to the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
Cleveland shouldn't be number 5.
Oh yeah,
number 4.
They were both drunk.
Yeah,
when they made
I-
this play.
The Dodgers, nowhere the Dodgers should be 5. I listen. I could see the Phillies, Baltimore, Dodgers,
Dodgers should be
and
top
Yankees
3 on both sides.
I can see that those guys should be interchangeable in those positions, like the way they have it. But to have the Dodgers, ESPN at number 5, I mean, that's straight hate to me when I look at that. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. And then you have the Royals at Yahoo, and you have the Diamondbacks. So they just interchanged those two for me. Like, ESPN doesn't have the Royals in there at all. And like I said, where are the Mets at? Because the Mets are there too. I mean, I don't know.
That just goes to show you, one person looks at a painting and says something, the other person looks at the same painting and says completely something different. That's what we're looking at right here.
I think whoever made those lists just wanted to piss people off. And let me tell you something.
It's not accurate.
You did a great fucking job.
Yeah,
that's not accurate.
So what's the
Not
accurate
consistent.
number? Number one spot, number one power team right now that you have on your list. Number one power team.
That you think are going to make it to the playoffs and go all the way to the World Series right now with what they've got.
Well, you knew what the answer was. I mean, like I said,
I think he's thinking about it. I think he's thinking about what I said.
No, he was not. The ankle monitor went off, and they said,
you could say Philly, you could say the Dodgers.
"Who's your number one power ranking team right now? Yours."
After what I saw last night,
Loopy.
Come on.
I'm gonna say Philadelphia.
Okay.
After what I seen,
that was my choice. The
after
Phillies.
what I seen from Kyle Schwarber 2 days ago, 4 for 4, 7 RBIs, 3 home runs.
He's acting emotional again. He saw something last night. He's acting.
I'm going to say, with an explanation, of course.
Okay.
I'm going to say the New York Yankees, but only if they make the correction I'm talking about with the 2 players they need to add. If they don't add these 2 players, I'm going to say the Dodgers. Because the Dodgers have a team to win right now. They don't need any more additions, additives, moves. They can win with that team. The Yankees, if they do not upgrade their team, no chance.
So your number one power.
New York Yankees with an upgrade. If not,
well, what's the
Dodgers.
upgrade going to be? What's the upgrade?
They need to add on a pitcher and a position high on base player.
Okay. So mine is going to be the Phillies. Number 2. Who's your number 2?
Dodgers. Them boys get healthy. They got pitching and hitting. They're going to be a problem.
Dodgers. If Ohtani comes back and he pitches, they say, hey, Ohtani's going to pitch this year.
It's going to be incredible. You're right. You're talking about adding a Cy Young pitcher. And let me tell you, he had the Tommy John surgery. He's had plenty of time to come back.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
They just being careful with him.
Well, they're being careful with him, but I guarantee you he's completely healed. And I know most likely behind closed doors, they're getting him ready. I think behind closed doors, no media or nothing, I think they're getting him ready.
Does Kershaw, the weak link for the Dodgers in the playoffs has been Kershaw. He can't win a playoff game. You think that changes this year? Does the spots on the leopard change this year?
He's jinxed. He's jinxed, but you know what? He's a great pitcher. I don't know. It's ironic because he's an incredible pitcher, but can't win a playoff game. I don't understand that. I just either he pitches great, this team doesn't score, or for some reason they figure him out in the first inning and they bang him up a little bit and they take him out. So I don't know. Floyd, he's kind of an anomaly. He's kind of hard to understand.
Floyd Mayweather says when those lights come on, it's a different ball game.
Something happens.
You don't have just the LA game versus the Phillies. You got the entire world watching those games.
Globally.
So, okay, so your number 2. Give me your number 2.
I would say if number 1's Yankees, number 2 is going to be the Dodgers. But they're interchangeable to me depending on the explanation they actually gave you. So it's got to be, I want New York. They need to make that change. Number 2 would be the Dodgers because they can win right now. And if they prepare Ohtani to come back as maybe a bullpen, a quick start here and there, they're going to win it all. I believe Ohtani's going to be the key for them to win it all.
Okay. Loopy?
I said.
Oh, you said number 2. Okay.
Yankees. No, I said Phillies, Dodgers, and Yankees.
Okay. So, all right. So
Yankees got to tighten up a couple of screws.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go, man. I'm stuck. I love the Phillies. I'm gonna keep it. West Coast. Since you say I'm a East Coast hater, I'm gonna keep it with the Dodgers in the National League. and then I'm gonna go Phillies, Dodgers, and then for my third pick, I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Orioles and surprise everybody. I think Baltimore's gonna come. I think Baltimore's gonna come out of the AL.
Come out of their shell.
I think they got a lot of energy. They got a lot of young players. Gunnar is playing. Man, I watched them pitch to Gunnar yesterday. They pitched him like he was a veteran. I could see the fear, and I'm going, he doesn't want to pitch to this kid. He had some pop in his bat. I think he hit a home run the day before. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Man, they didn't want to pitch to this kid. I was like, so that's the question I have for you. Young kid comes up. Young Jose Canseco comes up. He goes yard. He's going yard. Then all of a sudden, these pitchers come up. Are they saying, I'm not going to be a victim?
Well, organizations, what they do is they look at your chart. They look at what player is hot and what player is not hot. Mm-hmm. If you're hot, they're going to pitch around you. They're going to find a way not to give you the pitch that you want in a certain count. In other words, a fastball and a fastball count. They're not going to give it to you. If you're hot, you're hot. If they're not, they're going to tend to pitch to you a little more. Power hitters, streaky hitters, get hot and cold. When a power hitter's hot, you cannot pitch to him because he can beat you with one swing on a consistent level. You can't challenge him with a fastball and a fastball count. If he knows what's coming, most of the time he won't miss it. So any player, whether it's a young player, an older player, whatever, a veteran player, when they're hot, they're on a list, and other pitching staff, other teams are talking about them. Listen, this guy's hot, be careful with him. And they have a chart. They're very technical today. They have a chart saying at what count, what pitch they're throwing, this is the pitch he's hitting. The strike zone, what certain pitch can you throw to him in a certain location of the strike zone where he's cold. They take advantage of everything. So young player, old player, when a player's hot, he's hitting everybody, hitting everything. You got to pitch around. You got to be very careful. Or when the opportunity comes up, put him on base. Open base, walk him. Pick on the weaker hitter behind him.
So I got this question for you. We're going to wrap this up after this. Two things. For all of you guys out there, hopefully this settles the debate between me and Loopy, because we'll be arguing tomorrow at the sports book while we're making our bets. And Loopy, listen, for the record, Loopy's made a couple of straight bets.
Yeah.
And he's won them both.
Yeah.
He's on to something, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm 2-0.
He's on to something.
Top
We're 2-0.
bet plays, good looking.
He's on to something over at Top Bet
I did see you with a brand new car outside. What kind of car is that?
That
Ghost?
was
Rose?
ESPN's. That was ESPN's car.
That
I know
was
that for a fact.
damn it.
So now
fact.
the question I have for you is, we're going to wrap this up, is you guys didn't have scouting report. I mean, you guys had scouting reports, but you don't have the technology of an iPad. Now, how did you get the reports? Is it like, hey, listen, Bubba's going to be throwing? How was it back then?
They were sending Ravens.
Well, it was definitely completely different. Today, you can chart every pitcher's pitch, one inning, velocity, location, circumstance, how many men on base. You can chart every single pitcher's pitch, and you do an estimate of averages or percentages of what he tends to throw in a certain count in a certain part of the game with certain men on base. So you can kind of guesstimate more or less. Back then, we didn't have that technology. It was more, okay, so-and-so's on the mound, Abbott's on the mound, lefty, he's got a fastball cutter, and that was basically it. You didn't have all
And you had to remember that stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was no card in the back pocket, was
No,
it?
none of that.
None of
there
that.
was no card.
So we talk
there
about
was no
black and white.
earpiece.
Yeah,
There was none of that. Back then, it was more raw.
Everybody's
Today-
stats was in the, what was that?
Yeah, today it's way more technical, way more mechanical, way more technical than it was, 30, 40 years ago.
So when you went to the dugout and you're like, or you face the pitcher and these guys are coming up, are you talking in the dugout? Hey, this
Yeah.
guy likes to throw the cutter. He likes to throw the fastball away. Or
Absolutely. Like sometimes a pitcher might come in and his fastball's flat. Or today I'll say he's got a live arm. Be careful with his fastball. He's got some giddy up on it. He's got some late movement. Or today he's sore. He doesn't have his good fastball. So, yeah, we'll be communicating between at bats or inside the dugout of his breaking ball's breaking sharp today. He's got a good life on his fastball. Watch out for it. So verbal information as it happens, you get a lot of that back then. Today is more, as a hitter, you're so prepared on who's pitching, knowing technically his velocity, what he's going to throw in a certain count, what type of pitch, how it's breaking, how many inches, what angle. I mean, you've got everything today possible to take, to have an advantage as a hitter for sure.
How would you have done in this era with all of that technology?
It will definitely help, but the problem is that this era is different and every era is different. For example, the average fastball when I played was 91, 92. And today the average fastball is probably 96, 97. So the game has gotten faster. The pitchers are throwing harder. The breaking balls are breaking sharper. That's why you see basically more strikeouts around the whole entire league, American National League, but you see more of an output of home runs. Because these pitchers are throwing harder, you have to swing less to make, to generate that kind of power. Because the fastball at 99 to 100 compared to a fastball at 91 would generate a lot more power with the same swing. So it's a faster, more aggressive, more technical game than it was 30, 40 years ago, for sure.
Right. All right, you want to go ahead and take us out, Big Loopy? No.
Yo, make sure y'all subscribe. We love y'all. Episode 8. Keep them coming. And we appreciate y'all for supporting, man. Thank you. Off my chest. Get me out of here. I'm going to fucking play it back.
All right, man. You guys have a great day, man. We look forward to seeing you guys. We'll check you guys out next week.
Hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.